The suburb of Zephyrhills is absolutely exploding in growth with so much real estate opportunity, and it's one of Tampa Bay's fastest growing suburbs. And with the development of the Two Rivers community, this community has definitely put the area of Zephyrhills on the map. It's no longer a hidden gem. So today we'll be chatting all about the pros and cons and everything people don't tell you about living in Zephyrhills. Plus, stay tuned for con number 4 because it literally stops buyers right in their tracks right when they're considering a move here to Zephyrhills, Florida. All right, let's get into it. So Zephyrhills history dates back to the early 1900s, where it initially started as a very small town with a retirement style feel for lots of snowbirds, retirees, and veterans. And it was very well known for skydiving. It had a lot of rich history with lots of military museums, and it was a very big hub for snowbirds. And it was also very well known, or is still very well known, for Zephyrhills water. And today it is absolutely booming. And it's very well known for lots of sprawling land, farm area, but it also has RV parks, manufactured home communities, but now lots of new construction communities. So it has a mix of just about everything with historic charm and a small town feel. One of the pros is the affordability of Zephyrhills. So when all of the greater Tampa area began growing in development and new construction, that typically progressed up into the Wesley Chapel area, and during the COVID boom with such low inventory, housing prices skyrocketed in Wesley Chapel. So buyers started looking in the Zephyrhills area, and so it became very popular for lots of new construction options and opportunities. It is typically or historically more affordable than Wesley Chapel or even downtown Tampa area or South Tampa area. Plus, you have lots of new construction options available or a lot of resale options available, whether you want like a traditional ranch style home, a manufactured home, you want land. There's a little bit of everything for everybody, and really great pricing. So this became a really popular area for lots of first-time home buyers, move-up buyers, or people looking to downsize. But now with so much new construction in the area, you have a mix about just about everything. You have first-time home buyer type pricing all the way up into luxury, just gorgeous executive style Florida homes that are luxury built. So there's something for just about everyone. Pro number 2 is all of the new construction booming in the area. So there is so much being built out here. There's tons of new construction communities available. One that totally put Zephyrhills on the map is Two Rivers. This is an insane master planned community with so many little villages and builders and amenity centers and clubhouse style resorts or country club style resorts. It is absolutely unreal, but there's also some really fun hidden gems in this area. And if you want to know more, comment hidden gem and I can send you the information on some incredible new construction communities here that have home sites up to half an acre, which is almost unheard of in the greater Tampa area. Anyway, with all of the new construction growth in the area on the residential side, there's also lots of commercial growth in the area with Publix coming to the area, more Publix, more retail shops, more shopping, more dining, plus more schools being built in the area. Of course, that comes with some growing pains, but there's lots and lots of growth in the area. And this is a really great area to buy into if you want to be somebody that buys when the market is lower and you want to be on the very beginning cycle of a growth boom and you want to be able to have tons of appreciation and equity in your home. Zephyrhills is definitely an area you should consider. By the way, if you're considering Zephyrhills and you want to chat through all of the new construction communities, opportunities, incentives, builders, and you want to talk all the things, reach out to my team. We specialize in new construction and we want to help you navigate the ins and outs of buying your new construction home here in Wesley Chapel. So give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and we will help guide you through the entire process from start to finish so you can navigate this process with ease and confidence, and at the end of the process, get your absolute dream home. Pro number 3 is that when you live in Zephyrhills, you have a nature-focused lifestyle. There's so much beautiful open space, lots of beautiful vegetation. You can decide to live on land or in a master planned community, and master planned communities kind of echo this theme throughout as well by keeping nature elements, lots of walking trails, lots of fun things to do outdoors. And there's typically a little bit more space and land available than you would find in some of the other neighboring suburbs. So this is a very, very big appeal for many home buyers. Pro number 4 is the location and growth potential. So you're located about 40 minutes from Tampa. Zephyrhills is a bit further out to the beaches. So if you want to live near or closer to the beach, you need to go a bit further west. However, a really cool thing about Zephyrhills is that you're located, like I said, 40 minutes from Tampa. You're also about 20 to 30 minutes away from Wesley Chapel, Tampa's most popular suburb, with like 3 malls, shopping, dining, Costco, Sam's Club. So you have all of the things available in Wesley Chapel. Zephyrhills also has like retail stuff too. And then you're also strategically located, you're near Lakeland, and then you're also near Orlando. So I have a lot of home buyers that commute down to Lakeland for work. So Zephyrhills was a strategic location for them. So that's a really big appeal for many home buyers. Plus, if you're willing to buy in early on, there's the opportunity for like the upside growth if you're able to buy early on into Zephyrhills. And a really, really great thing that a lot of my buyers love, and many of them, when they're debating between Wesley Chapel and Zephyrhills, end up picking Zephyrhills because you can get a whole lot more for your money in Zephyrhills. So big, big appeal for many buyers. By the way, if you want to know more about living in Zephyrhills versus Wesley Chapel, click the card up here or here, I forget what side it's on, where I do a comparison video on Wesley Chapel versus Zephyrhills to help you figure out what area is the right fit for you. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you want to know more about living in the greater Tampa Bay area and you want to narrow down which suburb, area, community, and builder is the right fit for you. So subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming content. Pro number 5 is historic charm and so many fun things to do. Something really unique about Zephyrhills is that it actually has its very own downtown. Wesley Chapel actually is not an incorporated city, and they do not, as of yet, have an official downtown area. It's currently being built. But Zephyrhills does have a downtown, and it's very historic, very charming, very cute. So lots of fun places to stroll, to dine, to eat, things to do. There's also lots of military history. So if you're like a military buff and you love museums and stuff like that, Zephyrhills has a ton of that. There's also very famous skydiving places, kayaking places, world-renowned tennis centers, lots of fun things to do. There's a brand new water park / splash pad. Man, that's a whole tongue twister. So if you have kids, there's like an outdoor little water park thing. So big appeal for many families. So this is an area that is growing and evolving, and there are fun things to do. And it's still a short enough distance away from neighboring suburbs if you want a variety of things to do. Now, if you love, say, like a nightlife, going out, bars and stuff like that, you're not really gonna get a whole lot of like a Miami or a New York style nightlife here. You have to go down to Tampa for that, but you're still close enough to Tampa that you're able to do that if you love the nightlife. So overall, Zephyrhills has quite a bit of array of things to do. Plus, with all of the new construction communities in the area, you don't even need to leave your community to be able to enjoy resort style amenities. All right, and let's get into the cons. And like I said, stay tuned for number 4, because this one definitely stops buyers right in their tracks. But con number 1 is the traffic. Now, when I've talked about this before in other videos, I get a lot of like, backlash of people saying, well, Zephyrhills traffic is not the same as traffic from Miami or New York or LA. And hey, I get that. But I also have to let buyers know about the traffic just so that they're not caught off guard by all of the construction in the area. And here's the thing, yes, Zephyrhills has had so many opportunities for growth with new construction and development, but the infrastructure has lagged behind a bit and has taken a little bit to catch up. So there's construction literally everywhere, all over State Road 54 and all over. So you kind of have to be strategic timing your routes with all of the construction. So that's definitely a con, is all of the traffic and all of the construction in the area. But if you're willing to kind of embrace the pain and the growth, I think the benefit from that outweighs the con, because you have really great opportunity to buy into a fantastic area and build equity over time. So now is a really strategic time to be able to buy into Zephyrhills early on before this place completely booms and then home prices skyrocket. And hey, if while you're watching this, you're still a little bit unsure on if Zephyrhills is the right place for you, that's okay. Reach out to my team. We'd love to be able to help you narrow down the right area for you. And at the end of the day, our goal is to help you find the right home that checks all of the boxes for you so that you can build beautiful memories with your family. So reach out to us. We'd love to help. All right, con number 2 is schools. Now, let me just preface this like a big disclaimer. I am not steering you in any way, and I am not making any specific claims on schools. I'm just giving you general information, and you have to do your own due diligence. But what I am saying is COVID and the growth of so much new construction in the area in general over all of the country has affected schools. Teacher-student ratio changed, obviously nationwide, but here in Zephyrhills as well. Rezoning changed. Schools were impacted with so much growth in population. Then there's new schools being built. So that kind of takes a while for the school ratings to kind of catch up and level out, especially when a school is brand new. However, on the plus side or bright side of that, there are new schools being built with these new construction communities coming to the area. But again, it's kind of like a lagging type thing where the infrastructure is still catching up. So this is kind of a con for some people. However, there's charter schools in the area, public schools, or you can do homeschooling here in Florida. That's also very popular. I just tell everybody, do your own due diligence, whether you're buying here or any of the suburbs in the Tampa Bay area. Con number 3 is that all of this growth isn't for everyone. All of the old time Zephyrhills, like original residents, really dislike all of the growth that has come to the area, because many of them chose to live in Zephyrhills or are generations old Zephyrhills residents because they loved the small town charm, the small town feel. They loved all of like the open land and acreage and space, or they were snowbirds and lived here part of the year and they were used to kind of like a slower pace of life. So some of the original residents don't love all of the growth in the area. Some people love it. Some people are open to change. Some people welcome all of the new retail shops, restaurants, dining, all of the new construction options and opportunities, but some people don't love it. So if you really are looking for that small town charm, it's still here for now, but it probably won't be 5 years from now. So just kind of think about that in terms of long-term planning on what your priorities are in the area that you're looking to buy in. And another con with that is, with all of this growth, there's pockets of areas that you can see that they haven't necessarily modernized or updated them as much as others. Some can be more unkempt than others. So it just kind of depends like aesthetically what it is that you're looking for. So, you know, some of the areas are very like modernized and brand new, and some are still like older and historic and maybe haven't been restored. So you kind of have a mix of that. So you can be driving down one street that has much older homes and residences, and then right next door there's brand new construction. So you have to kind of know that going into it. All right, and last but not least, this is the con number 4, the one I told you stops many buyers right in their tracks. And it's that this area doesn't have as much commercial retail option available like some of the neighboring suburbs. And that for some people can be a very big con. It can be a pro or a con depending on like what side of the equation you land on. But for some people, they want lots of commercial type restaurants, shopping and dining. You know, they want a Sam's Club, a Costco, so on and so forth. And you don't have that in Zephyrhills. Of course, you have chains and restaurants, but you have more like mom and pop type shops and places to eat and to dine. And if you want more of like the commercial type things, those are all gonna be down in Tampa or Wesley Chapel. And if you're okay with commuting 20 to 30 minutes to go to like the local Costco or Sam's Club, there is one nearby, but it's a bit of a drive and you'll be stuck in traffic. So that's something that catches many buyers off guard. So these have been some of the most popular pro and cons of living in Zephyrhills. I hope this video helped you figure out if Zephyrhills is the right place for you. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll go ahead and link a playlist at the end of this video that shares all of the amazing new construction communities right here in Zephyrhills. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in that playlist. Bye.